Hello, and welcome to the You Mae Podcast with me, Amanda Mae Gray. Today's topic is how to be productive 24/7. Oh, yeah, you heard that right. 24/7, 365, all the time. How can you do it? I don't know about you, but it's something I strive for. When I'm doing nothing, I feel like I should be doing something, you know? Or I'll get a lot on my to-do list and feel like I got to check it off, or I got to do this, and I got to do that. Blah, 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 blah. And it's never ending. You know what I mean? Like that to-do list just never ends between work, the fam, the house, the dog, all the things, building my own business, everything that never ends. And that list can be so crippling, you know? You can feel pulled in a million different directions. And one little thing will just throw you right off, like your dog shaking in the middle of your podcast. Sorry about that audio. Come say hi to everybody, why don't you? Good boy. So I got to thinking about this today, actually this evening, because yesterday I felt terrible. I 100%, like my body just shut down. I woke up with this headache, and it was weird because, the night before I didn't do anything crazy, and I had filmed that day, so I had physically used my body, filmed on a real set as an actual actress, I guess, presenter, which is pretty cool. But we had also just come back from a vacation. We spent a week down at St. Augustine Beach with the whole family, 3 kids, his parents, me, Duggo. Don't tell anybody he came. But it's relaxing to a point, right? But that many people trying to do anything collectively is never just completely easy, of course. So, and we drove, and it was like a 7-hour drive back. I drove both ways because we had to take 2 cars. So by Wednesday, when I woke up, I was just useless. I was useless. I had that terrible headache. My body was aching, and I had this immense to-do list trying to catch up from being away for a week. I needed to write some articles. I needed to work on my show here. I just had so much to do, and yet all I wanted to do was sleep. Just sleep. Just keep sleeping. And so I did. I actually, surprisingly, let myself sleep in until 10:30. Surprisingly, because also the dog let me sleep in that long, which tells me he was super tired too. So, you know. And when I did finally get up, I still didn't feel great. So I kind of meandered around, had some food, had some drink, and just decided that I was going to take a rest day. Despite needing to be productive, despite a super long to-do list. And it was, without a doubt, my best choice. It was my best choice possible. Why was it my best choice to do absolutely nothing really and just take a rest day? Because my body needed it. Because too often we are just go, 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 working basically 7 days a week. I know I do. I'm literally always doing something every single day. I never take a rest day. I never take the time to just recoup. And even if I do, maybe it's for an hour or two, but then I start to feel guilty. And I think it's so important to allow ourselves, to give ourselves permission to rest and do nothing. And have no guilt, none, zero, zip, nada, no guilt whatsoever. It is okay and it's needed. If you truly want to be productive, you have to allow your body and your brain time to shut down and reset. And I don't know about you, but even when I go to sleep, it takes me forever to go to sleep often. I wake up in the middle of the night worried about something, thinking about this, that, the other, not sleeping well. And so I'm never really fully shutting down. And then so many days lately, I have sat around and procrastinated and not gotten things accomplished despite the to-do list, not felt motivated. And in wasting that time, then I feel guilty. But I'm not doing something productive to have downtime, which is allowing, not feeling guilty, and choosing to rest, to meditate, to read, to relax. You have to give yourself that dichotomy because you really can't just go, go, go. So to be productive 24/7, here's like the whole spiel I've decided. And hopefully somebody remind me of this later on when I'm like frustrated at myself because I'm gonna need it, right? One, you've got to know what you got to get done to be able to do it. Two, you got to roll with the punches, right? You've got to be allowed to just go with the flow to a certain extent because you're never going to be able to follow the plan to a T 100%. Three, you have to allow yourself true downtime, true time when you are not stressing, feeling guilty, but actually taking time for yourself. Maybe it's a walk, meditation, big fan of that. Maybe a swim, reading, just downtime to relax and recoup. And then you got to feel good when you do get things done. You know, today was super productive. The morning, by some standards, not productive, but by my standards now, I took the dog on a nice walk, got up early. I meditated for, I don't even know, maybe like 20 or 30 minutes. I listened to these programs on mindset and the trainings of Abraham Hicks. If you're not familiar, check that out. Phenomenal, mind-blowing stuff. And then I got this email about this celebration another YouTube page was doing. And they were doing it at noon and come celebrate with us. There was a giveaway and it was going to be fun and this and that. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go do that. It did not fit in my to-do list. And it was not productive by the standard Amanda definition, But I had such a good time. By the end of it, I was in such a good mood. I felt like I needed to do more and accomplish more because I felt good. And when you feel good, that's when you can get things accomplished. And that's when you want to do things. But if you don't feel good, if you feel guilty, you're not going to get anything done. So I gave myself that permission to have a good time, to go and do something that was kind of out of the blue. And then after that, I accomplished one of the work chores, tasks, writing that I needed to do. And then I applied for a program that I was procrastinating on for literally no good reason. And then after that, I managed to film an audition that came in. So again, something out of the blue kind of threw a curveball at me. But I said, the early bird gets the worm on that. And I stopped everything else. I filmed that audition. I knocked it out. And within, I think, an hour and 15 minutes of getting the audition invitation, I knocked that bad boy out. And then I was even more productive after that. I did some stuff that I have been putting off for so long. And I feel so great right now because I was so productive today in a way that wouldn't traditionally fit into that framework, that definition of what productive is. So what I want to encourage you is to be able to roll with those punches, to not feel guilty when you need to take time down, but also don't be stuck in the parameters of 9 to 5. And don't be stuck feeling like Well, if I haven't done this by this, then it's no good. I mean, it's what, 7:47 p.m. when I'm recording this, and should have probably done it sooner. That was the plan. The plan was for me to have filmed this much sooner than right now. But it's still getting accomplished. And does it really make a difference that it's later in the evening or sooner in the day? I mean, unless you're on a specific schedule or have a meeting, the answer is no. Long gone are the days that each and every one of us at all times must be punching in and out at a specific factory at a specific time. Now, granted, some of those jobs are still in existence, but it's all about giving yourself that permission, not feeling guilty, taking the time that you need, and then rolling with the punches. So I hope that gives you permission. I hope you can take away the guilt from yourself. I hope you can allow yourself to see that that walk at 3 p.m. outside to get some fresh air and just change it up is still being productive. That is a great, phenomenal, probably best use of your time in that moment. Because if you are not great up here in your mind, if you're lagging around, being lazy, procrastinating, feeling guilty, you can't actually be productive and be of the best use for yourself and for others. Find your ways to feel good here and there. Avoid that strict plan. And understand that whatever it means for you, however you find that to be, that's your productivity. And that's fan-freaking-tastic. And also, somebody remind me this when I'm getting stressed out later. I hope you guys are having a beautiful, beautiful day. I hope that you enjoy this. And if you do, let me know. Go ahead, leave a comment, leave a review, or share this with somebody else so that they can see that maybe their traditional definition of productivity isn't really necessary anymore. And that they need to see how they can adapt and overcome so they can feel great at the end of the day and sleep sound. Because doesn't that sound fantastic? I know it does to me. I would love to sleep sound tonight. And you know what? I am so going to do that. Thank you for listening, watching, and I hope you have a beautiful day the rest of your day today. Bye, guys.